welcome back to Politics Watch. This is Sir P. Now today I'm going to talk about the incident that took place in Manchester in a little place known as Cobbler, right? And it involved a policeman by the name of Constable Kirkland Plummer, aka Wappy. Now, when I first heard this story, I thought to myself, something doesn't make sense here, because the original reports were that somebody was firing an illegal weapon. Wappy, or Constable Plummer, went to accost the youth, right? In the process, there was a struggle, the youth get shot, right? And as the man put the youth in the vehicle to go lock him up or whatever, the people them set up on him, fling stone, knock him out, and then shoot him. At first I thought to myself, hold on, a policeman, an armed policeman, right, make people fling stone and lick him to the point of him knock out and then come put round in his head. Something was off. So I decided, you know what, the PIA soon link up. I'm soon hear exactly what I go on. So now we actually have the details. This is what it went down. Constable Plummer, right, aka Wappy, he was in his plain clothes, right? So a party I go on, but from what I'm gathering is a place where everybody know each other. So at first I was thinking to myself, you know what, maybe the fact that he was in plain clothes, nobody never knows him a police, and that's why them. Like if you understand, so in the area, people them know him, everybody know say Wappy a police, right? So he's a known policeman, even though he was in plain clothes. So a big song play apparently. You would squeeze off couple rounds, Wappy see him and step to him, right? In the process of stepping to him, right, the youth, get shot. As Wappy was putting the youth in the vehicle and disarm him, right, and I put him in the vehicle now, that is when Pierce shot start fire. See, in the original reports, this is when Pierce stone start fling. Because I was confused, as I said, which policeman are going to stand up there and say people are fling stone off of him, right? And those, well, him not defend himself. That did not make any sense to me. I don't care how nice you are. I don't care how you're trying to avoid this and avoid that. Nobody now stand up and get stoned to death with a gun in their hand. So it's actually shoot them start shoot. The youth them who are aligned to the individual who get shot, them start shut up them start shoot up Wappy, right, or shoot after Wappy. Him end up pick up around and this immediately cramp him. After him get cramped, right, because obviously now he's now struggling himself because he's been injured. His friends them, as in Wappy's friend them, tried to help him put him in another vehicle, right, because them now are trying to help him. Remember, now 2 people are shot. Wappy get shot, and the youth will fire the round, the one at the illegal weapon, him get shot as well. So Wappy friend them are try help him. This is when the stoning start. The people them start stone the group of people who are try help Wappy. Mash up the car where them are going to the point where the people them have to end up retreat and leave Wappy because them are come under so much stone from the group of people who were upset that Wappy challenged the youth. Now, after them end up retreat, the group, as a set of patrons, then went and take up the youth. The one who was firing the rounds, right, the one with the illegal weapon, them take him up, right, and rush him to hospital, and then left Wappy on the ground. When them left Wappy on the ground, that is now when the man them, because I'm getting to understand, they were shooting from it wasn't like say they were very close to each other, right? Shot a come from, people were saying them don't even know where somebody shot them a come from. Man in a corner all over the place. Shot just go towards Wappy. So after the crowd gone, or one group of people gone with the youth, the first youth, the next set of man them now moved on upon Wappy. That's when they proceed to use, because at this point obviously he's on the ground, he shot. That's when them shoot him again and then use a big stone and mash up him head. As you can imagine, it was a brutal scene. So let's start with the actions of Constable Plummer. One of the first things people are asking me is, what do you think about the fact say Wappy challenged the youth who had the illegal weapon? And I had to actually put some thought into it. Let's look at it from a number of angles. Let's say this youth did in a dance, a fire illegal at the gun salute with illegal weapon, and a policeman stand up there and I watched that go down. Let's say this was recorded on video. What would the people of Jamaica say? What would the people of Jamaica say if we see a video, or if we see a video, we just hear say, man in a dance, stand up, a fire illegal weapon, police team, and I do nothing about it. With them in a plain clothes or not, what would people say? People say, well, police are coward, they not their job, why make the man do this? Or if you see the man, that's what people would say. This is a case of damned if you do, damned if you don't. I'll tell you why. On many occasions, police officers, lone police officers, have challenged criminals. And when it works out, they are hailed as heroes. When it don't work out, people say them not in a sense. Remember the St. Thomas hit that involved the footballers? When the man them first carried out the hit, don't forget people, it was a single policeman who jumped in a taxi and chased them and challenged them and started the shootout and wake them up. One policeman. And in that case, people say that man is a hero. People are saying, boy, the policeman tough. Nobody was saying him should mind him on a business. Nobody was saying, why I'm challenging him for him should have waited till backup come. People are saying, boy, the policeman they tough because it worked out. And that is the power of hindsight. It is always 2020, and I'm not talking about this spooky year. Now, whenever things like this happen, I always say to the people, I understand the culture very well. The whole bleeding hearts for police doesn't happen in Jamaica too often. We know that. As a matter of fact, whenever policemen lose their life in these kind of circumstances, a significant part of the population react with almost glee. And as usual, Simon the Simpleton and his fake woke agenda start to tell about, yeah, well, in the meantime, the policeman, they do this down the road. We're not talking about that. Two things that have nothing to do with each other. But the reason why I always tell people to be concerned about cases like this is because only a fool, only Simon the Simpleton would see something like this and think, yeah man, this is something we can laugh and joke about. Even if you don't care about the policeman, even if you don't care about the life of any policeman, cause you're super woke. And when you post your comments riddled with false equivalency and just complete LIQ nonsense, you get like 500 likes on the comments on the major social media pages, which then convinces you say things where I say actually make sense. Even you need to be concerned. I'll tell you why. If something like this can happen to a police officer who is armed, and he can go out like that, in such a brutal manner, imagine what would happen to you. Let me give you an example. Matter of fact, I'm going to use an analogy. Imagine a lion getting into a dispute with a rhino. And this dispute is being observed by a group of poodles. The dog them, the poodle dog them? Yes, the poodle is observing a rhino and a lion in a dispute. The lion called for him back up from him pride, and they encircle the rhino and rip him to pieces. Now the poodles, because for one reason or another, them not like the rhino, and maybe one rhino they step on their foot 2 years ago, and a rhino they'd run past and blow some dust in them eye, right, them have up the rhino. So the poodle them sit down and watch the lion rip up the rhino, and the poodle them are celebrate, and them a clap them hand, and them a bark, and them a say yes, kill the little rhino. That happened to the rhino. Remember one time they run past and make dust fly up in our eye? Remember one time they step on our foot? Yeah man, that happened to you. Eat that rhino. But the poodle them not no sense, cause you know why? After the lion them don't kill the rhino, the lion them go turn around and go spot the poodle them. Guess what the lion them a think? Hold on there. If we can just rip up an apex predator with this hell of a hand in front of him, them look a poodle over there, so it's snack time. See, that's how criminals look on civilians. It's snack time. The majority of Jamaicans, civilians, are completely unarmed. And every time 87s slay members of the security forces, they become emboldened because they think to themselves, if we can do this to a police, if we can do this to a soldier, what the hell is that woman over there with that handbag do to me? What the hell that little US student a walk up through Papina go do to me? They're just like a snack. So you see, they pull them, they have sense. They wouldn't a cheer for the lion attacking the rhino. Right? That's what no phone do right now. We not cheer for the wrong side. Because whatever I wanna have against the rhino, wait till you see what the lion do. No? I'm not here to change nobody's mind, you know. Because, as me say, everybody make them bed and they have to lay in it. However, when you go on social media and you try compare, right, and bring out these false equivalencies, because of course most people have seen the video with the policeman and I think some vendors, you don't know, Simple Simon reach in the comment section being woke already. See, then how come anybody not talk about, see, one to the policeman, rough, that's police abuse. What does one have to do with the other, Simple Simon? That is a false equivalency. And it is baffling that supposedly educated people push this logical fallacy and others co-sign it. It seems as if people just simply cannot be bothered to look at issues on a case-by-case basis, right? It's like it takes too much brain power to look at this case here so and say, no what, alright, that policeman overstepping boundaries and that wrong, right? But over here so, this policeman was trying to, and then look at them from two different. That's too much work. That's too much work for Simon. Because two of them have a similar characteristics, which is a policeman. And that means to say, because one over here is wrong, and the next one wrong and him for dead. Let me say this right now, enough people are going to vex. When I was younger, I used to wonder to myself, how certain people come from certain foreign countries who can barely speak English, come to Jamaica, some of them poor like church mouse, right? Basically indentured servants, the place them come from, them live like dog. And by the time they come to Jamaica, in my lifetime, I see them reach the top of the food chain in Jamaica. I used to always wonder how. And not only that, them are sent for more people. Why these people are sent so much people, are sent to get so much people and fill them country? If you come to Jamaica, in our country so violent. You know why? People are get upset now. You know why? Because in a for them mind, most Jamaicans don't have sense. They don't look at Jamaicans as intelligent, they don't look at Jamaicans as a threat, and they think they can easily compete and beat Jamaicans. They think, listen, if me just get 5 and 6 of my family members, and we group up, we can completely outsmart these people and get to the top. You see the brain when a people head, we need to start use it. And what is completely laughable is that Jamaicans of all people play the game there. The same Jamaica that is top 5 for at least the last 20 years murder rate per capita on the entire planet. So imagine a Jamaican in New York, right? Something happened to him, and an American jump up and say, well, look how much Jamaicans kill people. Then that must mean that is stupid. That we would say that is stupid. In no matter how much Jamaicans kill people, we are looking upon this case as on an individual basis. We are told about sci-fi for, oh yeah, but sci-fi is a Jamaican and look how much people him kill. So that means they say Christopher Samuels he's a Jamaican too. So when I talk about one time, that now have nothing to do with nothing. How much people sci-fi kill now have nothing to do with Christopher Samuels just because both of them are Jamaicans. It is one of the stupidest line of reasoning anybody can use. Not because event 1 and event 2 share one common characteristics does not mean event 1 and event 2 are equal. This is picnicking. I shouldn't even have to be going over this with adults. False equivalency is the language of LIQs. They're lazy. Lazy people who can't be bothered to put in any kind of effort. I wonder if people realize how dangerous that type of rhetoric is. The idea is, yeah, but one to the policeman with the lick, that now have nothing to do with nothing. This thing is ridiculous. I don't know. I can't believe people are pushing narratives say, Constable Plummer, well, him for dead, because, or nobody enough business ain't dead because look what next police to do. I don't understand. And as I say, imagine if the world was to start play that game with Jamaicans on the same on the ball. On the ball and say, white supremacy, I treat everybody the same on stereotypes. And you'll get woke real quick. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I can't believe this is even an argument. I can't believe the two things are. And remember, this is what we see. Remember the case, because this is how things done in Jamaica, and they say, oh listen, youth certain age not really have pitney yet because they're not ready. Yeah, but what I'm doing in the Bible, and in the Bible, man did get pitney one time. But I'm telling you, Jamaica has an LIQ crisis, and it's the people who pretend to be smart are the biggest culprits. Every time something come up, them find another case where have one characteristics that is similar, and then they match them up, right, and start to spew that fake woke nonsense. And the fact say them comments there, right, get the most likes, that will tell you all they need to know about a huge part of the population. The magnitude of what happened in the Constable Plummer case is not comparable to what happened in that video we will see with the police and the vendor them. Two separate issues that require two separate conversations. One of them, the conversation lean towards, okay, how do police officers treat citizens? At what point is it the limit? When them go too far, and when they do go too far, what should happen to them? The next one, what happened with Constable Plummer? Well, to be honest, I'm not even going to go there. I already gave you the analogy in what happens when poodles cheer on lions attacking rhinos, right? If you don't get it, just forget it. But before the video ends, I just want to say this. How you know Jamaica in some serious problem is when you see communities, areas like Cobbler, like certain little place in Manchester, I do things like this, that's when you know Jamaica in a problem. This did not happen in a community that is traditionally having 100, 200 murders a year. This was not coming out of Hendon, Glendevon, Salt Spring. It wasn't coming out of West Kingston and a traditional place where, quote unquote, bad man place. When you see these rural areas are going so bad, a matter of fact, it look like say right now, for the most brutal, some of the stories we are here, some of the most brutal stories we are here now are come out of rural communities. Traditionally, it was seen that the cities was where the wicked people them live, and quote unquote country is where the the more friendly, loving, peaceful Jamaican live. It seemed like them days are gone. When I was younger, I couldn't wait to get some kind of summer break or something like that, so I could escape town and go to one rural community, because we have family all about the place, right, and get away from all the madness. Now it look like say people from the rural areas them have to start running out of town, and the people from town are running out of the rural areas. So it look like say the two-step people might try run away and might buck up into each other. So what's next? People have got to struck off into the sea because there's nowhere left to turn. And that is why I've always encouraged the people of Portland, do whatever you can to protect your parish. Don't make no fake woke movement try soften up whatever you want to do down there. Ain't at work. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Protect your parish, right? If even one place, if even one little parish on the island can still run, right, under some kind of civility and provide us with nostalgia for what Jamaica used to be. Listen, people of Portland, hold on pound of parish. Do anything you have to do if you keep it as smooth as how it run now, right? But my granny they always tell me, say it'll get to a point where people are going to run to the rock, and even the rock itself will look somewhere for hide. Anyway, Patreon squad, big up on yourself. PIA, you don't know, more life. Vulture squad, stay circling. Bless.